to another video, or if this is your first video of mine, hey, how you doing? Today, as you can tell from the title of this video, we are going to be talking about my 2018 reading goals. But before we do that, I feel it's only suitable that we have a little bit of a recap on my 2017, see how I did. I can't remember specifically every goal that I set myself, but two spring to mind, one that I managed and one that I completely failed. So we'll talk about them first. My 2017 reading goal on Goodreads was set at 50 books, and I am currently sitting at 52. I very nearly finished two other ones as well, and there's still 3 days left of the year at this point, so I'm on target to finish the year on 54 books, which I'm really pleased with, and in a minute we will go through my Goodreads year and see how I did in terms of that. But I'm pleased with the amount of books that I managed to read this year. I'm proud of myself for surpassing my goal, especially when I had a bit of a mid-year crisis that I was never going to manage it, but I did, so all is well. As for the goal that I didn't so much manage, I don't know if you remember, about halfway through the year I posted a video of series I will finish in 2017. I didn't finish all of them. I didn't finish most of them, so I failed that. But halfway through the year, or towards the end of the year, I kind of stopped doing my monthly TBRs and became a lot more of a mood reader, which I think had a really good impact on my reading and has encouraged me to read more because I'm always reading something I'm in the mood for. So it worked out quite well and I managed to pass my goal, so I'm not mad at myself for not finishing them series, and it just means that I've got more series to finish this year. It gives me more options, doesn't it? So I'm not mad at myself for that one. But a goal that I finished and a goal that I didn't for 2017. And yeah, let's have a look at my Goodreads year. Where's my phone? Seriously, where'd I put it? Ah. I put it over there. Okay, so I have the page up ready. As I've said, I'm currently on 52 books, but I'm on target to finish another 2, but obviously those 2 books won't be included in these stats. So as of right now, on the 28th of December, I have read 17,775 pages across 52 books. That's a lot of 7s. The shortest book I read is Lumberjanes Volume 3, apparently at 112 pages. This is it. I mean, it could surprise me and actually be 112 pages. Actually, flicking through it, it could well be. Yeah, maybe that's not wrong. The longest book I've read this year is A Court of Wings and Ruin at 699 pages. Here is The Beast, 699 pages of book that I thoroughly enjoyed. So props to this one for being my big book of the year. So my average book length for the year was apparently 342 pages. My most popular book of the year was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now that doesn't surprise me at all. I've said it a fair few times, I'm not really a Harry Potter person. I'm trying to work my way through the books. I've now read the first 3, although Prisoner of Azkaban I actually did on audiobook with the Stephen Fry narrating, which improved the experience for me. So there we go, that was my most popular book. 2,529,858 other people read that book this year. And my least popular book of the year is Sanctuary's Fiend by Andrew Lynch. Apparently only 28 people read that book this year. And my average rating for 2017 is 4 stars, which seems about right. I feel like I rated a lot of books 4 stars in 2017. Doesn't surprise me a lot. And the highest rated on Goodreads, which actually I think is a lot of people's highest rated, is A Court of Mist and Fury, because it's got a 4.71 average, which is incredibly high. And that book was really good. I mean, I did read it for a second time this year, so does it really count? I don't know, but it's there. My first review of the year was Nimona. I loved that book, and I thought it was funny, heartwarming, lovable, action-packed. I'm full of praise, thoroughly loved this, nothing more to say. And then we've just got all the books that I read, and I'm not gonna go through them. So yeah, there we go. They're my 2017 overview. Now we should go into my 2018 reading goals, because that's really what we are here for. I've jotted them down because I'm a forgetful person, so let's just get started. 2018 reading goals. My first one is going to be to set my Goodreads goal for the year, and as I'm on track to finish on 54, I'm going to up it from the 50 of previous. I'm not going to up it incredibly though, just a smidgen, because I think if I had done better mid-year, then I probably could have even reached this year. But I'm going to set my Goodreads goal at 60 books for 2018, so only 10 higher. and I'm on track to finish 54 anyway, so not unreachable, very doable, so fingers crossed I can smash that again. My next goal I've got written down is to read something every day. Something. Whether that's a page, a chapter, a whole book, a page of a graphic novel, something. I must read something every day. This one I don't think is as reasonable. I don't know what the year's going to bring. I might have some incredibly busy things going on in the year. I don't know. I might have days where I physically can't read anything because I can't pick it up. I don't have the time. I don't know. But if I set that as a goal, it's going to be in my mind that I actively must try to read something every day. My next goal is one that has undergone some modification, because recently on Twitter I stated that I'm in the middle of 5 books. Oh my god, how have I let this happen? I used to be the sort of person that reads 1 book at a time. New Year's resolution to read 1 book at a time. Then I kind of rethought this, it's undergone some modification. I'm gonna set my limit. I want to read a maximum of 3 books at a time, and only because I will read 1 as my main read, 1 on audio, and if I'm doing a buddy read, 1 as a buddy read. So 3 books at a time. I won't let myself get into more than 1 buddy read at a time because I don't want to like sign myself up for commitments I can't hold on to. So 3 at a time, 3 different reasons and modes of reading. So 3 books at a time max. Do not start picking up 5 books at a time, Jade. The next one I've got written down is no monthly TBRs. As I said, towards the end of 2017 I kind of cut out the monthly TBRs and became much more of a mood reader, and I enjoyed it. I feel like I enjoyed my reading more because I was picking things up that I felt like. I was always in the mood to read what I was reading, and I think it worked incredibly well. So no monthly TBRs, mood reading is the way forward for me, I believe. Next, although no monthly TBRs, I would like to read 1 book from each shelf each month, so that I get through some of the books that I maybe wouldn't lean towards. So it could be my mood read will be 1 off one shelf and 1 off another, and that's fine, but I won't let myself just read off 1 shelf. I will like reach out, do you know what I mean? Maybe I'll even do them in order, so January I'll read something off my top shelf, February, March, you know what I mean? Like work my way through them, but 1 book off a different shelf each month to help me get through my shelves. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a weird goal to set, but it makes sense to me. Next is 3-to-1 book buying ratio excluding vouchers and gifts. I am a buyer. I buy books. I currently have a load of Waterstones vouchers, so I'm bound to buy a load more books anyway. But I want to kind of try and stick with the 3-to-1 ratio. So I will read 3 books, I can buy 1. I can read 3, I can buy 1. So if I read 6, I can buy 2. Do you know what I mean? To kind of allow myself to buy things, but I'm rewarding myself for reading more. Does that make sense? Obviously though, I have said excluding vouchers and gifts. So if I get points on my Waterstones card, I can buy a book with that because it's not money. If I get vouchers or gifts, that doesn't count towards it. But I would like to kind of ration myself on my book buying. I don't think I will stick to that because there's bound to be a period where loads of really cool books come out, so I don't know. But also, throughout January, none of my purchases will count, so the books I read in January will go towards this ratio, but the books I buy with my vouchers won't count. I hope that makes sense again. It might not make sense to most people, it makes sense to me, so that's what I want to try and do with my book buying in 2018. The next one is something that probably won't take me too long, but I must clean and declutter my shelf because I haven't dusted it in God knows how long. I've got bookmarks laying around and I just need to have a sort and a retidy. Not so much a reorganisation because I do my bookshelf alphabetically, but I need to like space things out a bit more in preparation for receiving new books, buying new books. So I need to like space out my shelf a little better and have a bit of a clean and a declutter. So that will be happening. Also, I am getting a little, like, just a little shelf to go on my wall that side of the room. Not a proper bookshelf, just a little cubic shelf thing where I plan on putting some of my like candles and display bits to hopefully declutter my bookshelf a little bit. Next, no shaming myself. Although I'm setting these goals, no shame if I don't hit them. No shame if I have a month where I don't read a lot. no shame if I have a day where I don't read anything. Even though my goal is to read lots, I need to kind of remind myself that ultimately this is a hobby. I have a life, I have a full-time job. My job can be quite demanding. Sometimes I have to work late, sometimes I won't have the time, I'll get home and be really tired. No shame if life overtakes reading. Next, try and knock off some of my more intimidating books. I did manage to read one of my intimidating books. I'm still reading The Name of the Wind, which is another of my intimidating books, but just try and knock a couple more off. Like, I won't aim to read all of them because I don't think it will happen, but just try and knock off a couple more of those books that terrify me because they're enormous. Next is keep schedule on YouTube. I think this year I've done fairly well for keeping my schedule. I mean, there's been a few days I've missed, I won't deny, but as I say, life sometimes happens, gets in the way. Try and keep schedule, so Wednesdays and Sundays. Just keep on top of it. I'm not gonna aim to post loads more because I just don't think it's realistic for me, but keep schedule, keep on target, steady growth. And also improve the setup situation, get myself that microphone I desperately need. And yeah, that's that. I haven't written it down as a goal, but I have learned towards the end of this year that participating in readathons really helped me. My December reading, thanks to Readers Crossing, has been really good. So I aspire to participate in more readathons. So let me know what readathons are going on and I'll probably participate in them because they evidently help me, which is what I need. So yeah, they are all of my reading goals for 2018. I'll probably pick up more, maybe drop a few, I don't know. Everything is subject to change because, as I've said, life happens, no shame. So that's it for this video. Let me know what your reading goals are for 2018. Let me know how you ended your 2017. And that's it. I will see you next time, and Happy New Year! Bye!